Who's disconnected? Oh dear. We are, I believe, live. No, if we're live. We'll confirm that we're live when the stream loads. If you are here, hello. By the way, we're just getting this set up still. This isn't gone well. My phone's got so terrible. Oh no! Hello, we are live. Hello everyone and welcome to the official GAVRA channel. I'm on the channel for once. I know. The commentary box is empty. We have got someone else, but he lost his voice in a horrible accident. It's the director of operations. It's Gt3. He is our man of the screen who gives us all the HD up-to-date information around the clock as we're looking at hijack of Bowie's to join the session. He ex-commentator. Don't wish him any luck, by the way. We've abandoned him. We didn't talk about Bowie. So we've got lots of drivers. So we'll our good director of operations gives the little pop-up on the thing called the live timing, and let's pop it all up. Yeah, so we'll read you through the drivers of today's race. We have Razy Rill, we have Joe Black, we have Andre, JJ, Mr. Graham himself, the Ephanaut 2072. We have Dan Skizzle, we have the hijacker of Sweden, we have Van Elk, we have Phoenix, and we have Gavra so far. I presume there was meant to be more. We've only got 10 so far. Maybe a bit more full than that, however. I think a few more should be joining through the session, I think, Vector. Is that not correct? He says he hopes so. Of course, we can't hear him, but well, if you just hear a long pause, it means he's talking to us. So just putting that out there. So, well, we're running on board of JG now. Now this last corner. Very fast as you now go back to the third person view. What is this? Is there a race? There is a time trial here, and I think there's a 5-lap race. I don't know. Is it 20? I don't know how long the race is. Oh, a bit of lag there. That's for there's Bowie joining. It's cars across the line. Hijacker of Sweden, quicker so far. 1:46.8 so far. Then that's the quickest team so far. Andre second. Bowie is back in the session, so he's actually here. So well, he will join hopefully soon. Looking at Sir Ethan coming through the corner. Quite around this beautiful Spanish circuit here. Of course, probably by next year's Spanish Grand Prix. It's not going to be called the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's not get political about this either. Well, can only go upwards. Indeed it will. Got a long race ahead of us, perhaps a 30-minute practice session. Coming actually down to about 24 minutes now, indeed. Bowie's having Project Cars 2 issue. Viper says hello. Well, Bowie's going to have to restart his PlayStation. He's having some serious issues there with Project Cars 2. No, hopefully he can vindicate that again soon. He rejoined as Ethan heads off the circuit there. Keeps it out of the Armco barrier there. I think tapping the gravel a little bit there as well. Pops himself up to second of a 1:48.8. And nowhere near a clean map there indeed. Well, we got Raikkonen in third place there. That's Razy, your Kiwi Finnish Kiwi. There, only got Van Dorn in fourth. So there we go. It was looking at Hijack Sweden. That is JJ, I believe, just up the road. Indeed, it is JJ and the other Mercedes. That car, of course, you know it's JJ. It'll be lagging a little bit as well. So does have a tendency to lag. Hijack backing out of his lap, it seems, and heading to the pit lane there, leaving JJ to cross the line. Where's he going? It's that car, that 7th position. You've got a car coming out the pit lane. I think that might have been one of the McLarens. Van Ock heading down, of course, into this little left to right. Who's Van? That's Van Elk, of course, Bowie. As you can see on our screen, the beautiful driver driving the Ferrari. Number 31 as the game lags again. That's for people joining. Of course, a few people are going to be a bit angry about the joining disconnections, but a hijacker currently fastest, Ethan second. Van Elk third as you ride on board of him through the last corner. A bit of a wiggle on there. Wayward on the exit then. Comes to the line, and does he improve that car? The answer to that is, well, yes, second. Goes second then. Good lap. You got, I think that might be one of the Renaults behind it. It is Renault. Razy, the Kiwi in the Renault. That's a very interesting choice. He's in third, so, oh dear. Bowie's gone again. Well, he doesn't seem to be having much luck there in the terms of trying to do anything there. The number 22. Dan's also the two Renaults together coming into the chicane. Bowie's just screaming in the chat. Many letters. Well, into the chicane. Clean as you like. I think this could be good for about 5th. Let's find out the last corner. What can Dan do in the Renault? Comes to the line. Does he improve? Does he get the car at least up the field? The answer to that is yes. 5th place. So exactly where I said. And that was a 1:49.336 leg. Good lap from the Renault driver there. The Ferrari coming down the hill there. Number 61. That is Phoenix then. Coming down the hill under the Rolex sign then. Towards a very tricky upwards left, kind of left-right chicane. Very fast kind of. Chuck it in then. And always the cars. We go on in the interior view. A very interesting interior view here. Showing how the drivers go. In neutral gear here, we know he is in 3rd gear right now. Running all assists as well then, so interesting strategical from some of them. Coming down the hill, doing about 5th gear. 140 miles an hour, breaking down to about 70, down to 60, almost actually 40 miles an hour there. Back up there, 1st gear, on the exit, up to 2nd. 80 miles an hour then, into the left. Going down there, 2nd gear again still. Hijacker from LGR Motorsport, the new sister team for Lime Evo there. Coming through the chicane, 1st gear then for Phoenix. Chucks it into the left, then into the right, stays in 3rd, down to 50 miles an hour, then up 2nd, into 3rd, up to 4th. Right now up to 4th, then there'll be a long run down into 5th gear, coming to the line. Does Phoenix jump up? About 7th place, I think, could be. Does improve, it's 8th. However, not too much there. We've got Joe Black in the session, I believe, as well there. I think that is in 9th position. Oh dear, Bowie's gone again. Indeed, Joe Black, 9th position there. The oldest Gavra member at 61 years old, actually. So, we'll start there if you didn't know. The oldest Gavra driver we know so far, going through the gravel in the SLS AMG, actually, instead of the AMG, normal one. And spinning around, easy thing to do there. Gravel on those tyres. And, well, what can we say there? We're looking at that is Andre. Andre coming through in the Ferrari. Comes across the line. 4th position there. JJ in the background, it seems having a bit wayward there indeed as well. He is in 7th position. Comes to the line. Does he improve? No, he's 3/10 down there as well. And Bowie's having some serious issues. We're looking at Dan in the Renault then. Coming around the long right-handed, go on board with Dan. Actually, perfect timing there as well. Down the hill into a very tricky little corner here. I can't remember the corner name off by heart. We've got Sally in the chat as well. Hijacker of Sweden, fastest there then with 1:46.4. And that is a great lap then. That is from the BMW. That's the M6, not the M3. It's a new updated M6 car there. I suppose that's going to be interesting to see. Indeed, Dan running a bit wide, kicking a bit of gravel up there on the exit as well then. And it's down to 1st gear into the chicane, not the chicane, the hairpin. But it could be a chicane one day. You know what motorsport's like. Chucks it through. Dan should go through the right handle then. Very fast little corner sequence track. One of the classic. Built in 1991 then. For the Summer Olympics, of flying goes the debris there. That is for one of the braking boards. So a bit naughty there. Runs a bit wide as well. That won't do him any good there. Billis track. Built for the Summer Olympics, I'm pretty certain, in 1991. But it won't be the Winter Olympics. That's for certain then. The Summer Olympics, 1991. Or 1990. One of those 2 years. It's 4 years. So it'll be 1990 or 1992. I'm not too certain. One of them. I suppose someone can look that up and confirm that. And this track was built there, then around the area, and of course to host lots of events to bring motorsport back to the country as we ride on board with Sir Nicholas. Nicholas is here, the man in the beautiful, beautiful. What car is he in? I can't see. Porsche up. There it is in the Porsche. There then. Down the hill, 10th position, so the lobby's starting to fill up now. Of course, Vectro isn't here as well. Sally's saying, sounding a bit frass. Haven't really done commentary too much. But well, though, looking at cones But of course, it's the only first little bit here. Nico flashing his lights. That might be for 2 cars ahead of him there. Not certain who that is. It looks to be one. That's one of the Renaults going around there. Now that is Dan, we believe. No, it's not. It will be. That'll be Razy going around there then. So Razy, I think, may have spun. He's back in the pits. Andre going off the circuit. Bit of lag going on. I think that's someone joining. Vector's doing well on the cameras. He is. Van out. There's Barry going again. Well, he's not going to have much luck in this race there. Absolute disaster class for your man from the good old Dutty Netherlands. Well, what can you say about that? He's having issues. The Ferrari run down the hill. 17 minutes to go. Hijacker leads from Van Elk. Razy 3rd. Andre 4th. Ethan is 5th. Dan is 6th. Phoenix 7th. JG 8th. Joe is 9th. Nico 10th. And Gav, of course, spectating list as well there. Just doing what he normally does, of course. Evaluating the drivers, making sure they're all race worthy. Indeed. Well, Van Elk, he's 2nd position. Only a few cars in the pit lane, of course. Hijacker and Razy in those pit lanes so far. Well, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Indeed, there also is another time trial tomorrow. Well, that's a good point from Wolf. We believe that might be Group 2. Not too sure. I think we'll get confirmation right now from our man in the air. Yep, something about tomorrow. He doesn't know what's tomorrow, but something's tomorrow. Bowie's got technical difficulties. And, well, what can you say about that there then? Van a bit wayward out of the last corner there. Passes down to the straight. Blasts the Ferrari. Does he improve? 1/10 down. Ethan looking at him now as we go. Hopefully on board with the Englishman. Down the straight. There he is. On board then with the Englishman in that beautiful, beautiful Mercedes there. And round he goes! Well, won't be doing too good doing that there. Always one of a charm saying doing a good job. Always spins as soon as I say it. Okay, GT3 is tomorrow. Academy is Monday of them. So that we go there. And we should be streaming at least. Well, we'll be streaming tomorrow. And perhaps we'll see what happens about Monday. Might see if we can get anything. Hijacker, is he in the M6? I think the Hijacker is in the M6, I believe. I'm not certain we can get it up. Oh, he's been running a bit wide again. Yes, M6 there, confirmed. Number 97 in an interesting camera there. We've got a man in the box there. Oh, God. That's better. Dan, 6th place in the Renault. Not actually a GT3 car. We'll put that there. Not sure. Evil, what's Hijacker driven? Well, it is the M6, as we just said. Interesting fact here about the Renault. It's actually not a GT3 car. It doesn't actually race in GT3. I haven't seen it before in GT3. I'm pretty certain it runs its own little league. I'm pretty certain. Number 22. Bleu de France. Livery as well. And there is his teammate Razy in 3rd position there. Doing a good job there. As out comes Ethan in the pit lane as well. Well, like I said, if you do have any questions, keep them coming in. If you do, and we'll answer them the best we can. A Hijacker lead so far then from Van Elk. Razy 3rd. Andre 4th. Ethan 5th. Dan 6th. Phoenix 7th. JJ is 8th. Joe is 9th. Nico 10th. And Gav in the pits as well. There is confirmation there if you want to see those fastest lap times and best laps. There you can see them there. Feast your eyes on for those few seconds there are up. It's driven against LMP3s on Zandvoorts in a GT3 class. There's Bowie, so there we go. That is confirmation from Bowie there. It races in some GT3, but not Blancpain, of course, which is what all these cars are based off of. A bit of lag going on here. I think that might be Bowie trying to rejoin. It's just that nobody uses it. Indeed. Not the best car. It's a bit underpowered, of course, but the Renault, one of the prettiest cars I've seen, of course. Not very much beaten by that red Scarlet Ferrari in the background there. Indeed, very pretty livery. It's a bit slow for a GT3, and there is the beautiful Scarlet Ferrari, number 61, Phoenix then. In 8th position, driving that beautiful car. Bowie's gone again. Running aboard. I'll leave you on board for a few seconds then. Under pure HD volume. The Ferrari. Finish was the line. Does he improve? 4 turns down. And well, that was a beautiful lap then on board with the Scarlet Ferrari. Very sounding, beautiful V12 in back of that car. Well, Hijacker still leads, looking at Joe Black down in 9th position. They're coming through the chicane in the SLS AMG. Don't normally see that normally. Bit wayward on the exit of the chicane. And indeed, we can confirm there is a Lamborghini in this game. It's just I don't think anyone's chosen it today. And no, I don't like brand sets before anyone asks, because Joe Black does improve. He puts him 4 seconds off the pace. Isn't too bad actually. A good field actually. Under 4.5 seconds at least. That's good. Razy coming across the line. He's in 3rd. Does he improve? The answer to that is no. Van Elk, 2nd place. He's going a bit slidey through that little corner there. Of course, this track redeveloped in late 2007, 2008. They ran the circuit with the chicane as well, and that's been kept the same since that day. Well, comes across the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. That was a horrible lap actually there in the yellow Ferrari. JJ, he's in 5th. He is behind his teammate, and well, there will be teammates in GT3. I have heard that. Indeed, Barry saying there is a Hurricane Super 304. Indeed there is. JJ comes to the last corner, mounting the inside curve. Won't do his car very much good there. Bit slide on the exit. That's the car head. That's one of the Ferraris, you believe, as well. I think that was another one of them. Indeed, there is confirmation. The Ferrari got a Porsche coming out the pit lane. That will be Nico there coming out the pit lane. And Barry has rejoined. Hijacker is on it. The turn 1. Everyone seems to be liking turn 1. Down up the hill there. 7th place so far. 9 minutes to go. Well, into the qualification. I'm pretty certain this is qualification. I'm not too certain. I believe it is. Of course, we can't tell. As I just move my shot, not cracking. So I can lie down. It's a good thing about this. It means I don't actually have to press any buttons, so I can just lie down on my chair and just enjoy this. Just enjoy it. The best thing. Get the chat up in the bottom of my phone. Hijacker leads, Van 2nd, Ethan 3rd, Razy 4th, JJ 5th, Andre 6th, Dan 7th, Phoenix 8th, Joe is 9th, Nico 10th, and that is your field so far. We don't know if Bowie's going to make a lap or even join the session. Well, he's back in. Will he stay in? The answer is probably not, though we always risk it. So, and coming through the right-handers lane, this circuit, of course, very, very famous for one of the very few tracks that have gravel around the circuit. A very classic circuit. Apart from this chicane, we don't talk about this chicane, but it's starting to grow on a few of us here. The Renault, number 22, through the chicane, of course. Now we use the MotoGP the chicane after Louis Salem died in MotoGP as well. So, chicane now used in almost all motorsports now in... well, on this place, I think only a few dozen. JJ running wide at the last corner again. 8 minutes to go. Looking at Nico there. And there goes Bowie. Well, he's not going to get in then. No, think it's a very good and right choice to try and stay in. Oh, Nico spins. Keeps it on the island just about. Avoids a Ferrari just about there. That's the Scarlet Ferrari. And the Scarlet Ferrari goes around. That's Phoenix there. He's dropped it as well. Well, no luck then for him. Heads straight to the pit lane there, and don't blame him for that one. Synchronized spinning. JJ and Ethan together then into turn 3. The two Mercedes through turn 3. Do they crash? Well, one's going round, one's in the gravel. Well, one of them's gone off. The other one is. Yes, he's keeping it on the circuit. It gets back on. Didn't say MotoGP is back to the old track, but I'm not too sure about that one. And Ethan's off again. Something going on with that Mercedes here. Either a bit of struggles with the brakes, might be a bit cold. Not too certain. 7 minutes to go. On board with the Mercedes there, up the hill, into the Brembo little accent. And down here on the left is the old circuit there. They used to run there. They do run there in the national circuit, I believe it is. Of course, they also run this little layout here. Of course, 1991 they run all the layouts you see here. Andre in 3rd person. That's an interesting camp. Back to that interesting one there. Bowie's rejoined. I think Bowie should give up on his hopes if he keeps disconnecting. Well, up the hill. Always fascinating to see the cars. And the blue course Ferrari there. One of the prettiest liveries here so far I've seen. Down the hill. Then into the chicane. Hard corner that is, because it's off camber as well as downhill. Which does also not help because the wind also sometimes blows in that direction. Out of the last corner. Well, let's see where he can put that Mercedes Ferrari thing. It's a Ferrari. 6th place he is in. It's not a Mercedes, I know that. In fact, it's a Ferrari. Well, there's a Mercedes in the background going off the circuit nearly. That's Jake again. Or JJ Wilkins, of course. Having a bit of a mistake. I've got my notifications on. Well, I can't turn them off. So if you do keep getting them, I can't really figure out how to turn them off. I will try something to just turn them off. Raisy's in 4th, so Ethan's in 3rd. Hijacker Sweden, however, he's doing the best he can do. He's up front, dominating this qualification. JJ is in 5th. There is Joe Black out of the last corner as well. Comes across the line. He's in 9th. Struggling in the SLS AMG. There. And he will stay in 9th position so far. Nico in 10th place. So he's not doing too much good. He hasn't set a lap either. And that is a surprise there. We'd thought Nico may have got a lap together. Perhaps having issues there. We've got the Renault behind there as well. We know that might be Razy. We believe it is. It's into this little sequence of corners down the hill. You can really see how off camber it actually is around here. Dipping down into the little valleys. Out of the last corner. And let's see what he can do. Blasted down the straight. Bowie's rejoined. Can he stay this time? The answer to that probably will be no. Let's see, can Nico get a lap time? And finally comes to the line. Is he on a lap? No, he's not. I don't know why it's happening. He seems to either have problems or something. But whether it is, he's down the back so far. Not even set a lap time yet. And going round in turn 1 goes the Porsche. Yes, the Porsche around turn 1. There seems to be a cluster going on there. There it is. Nico keeps just out of the way there. Spinning got one of the Ferraris. The other Porsche. So Bowie is on the lap here. As you go and look at Bowie actually quickly. That's in the other Porsche. Before he disconnects. There he is. Bowie's in the session. Not out of the session yet. So he stayed in for more than one corner. That's the 3rd corner he's made. After all the problems the Porsche is having. And that's going to be contact. Keeps it out of the way of the Ferrari. The Ferrari spins. He's hitting the wall. Yes, we believe. You can see its rear in the wall. That's the Ferrari. Big problems there. He's looking at Andre. There's JJ. We believe the Ferrari's got itself going again. Hijacker in turn 1. Beautiful in the M6. Dominating qualification so far. So, just like the old days. The M6 and the M3. The BMWs always seem to throw up a surprise. And they are doing just that today. 3 minutes to go in qualification then. And there's Bowie in the Porsche. Down the hill, the yellow Porsche. And yes, we call it Porsche now. It is officially the Porsche in this game. The number 8, no, I think it was the number 911 actually. Not too certain what the number was. Like, let's see if we can get that. Bowie off the circuit again up the hill there. And hello to everyone joining in at the chat. Indeed, hello to Gabri in the chat. And fuel injected suicide machine. Says BMW for the win. Well, I put my money on that BMW. We always see classes tend to be quite good. Well, could it be another trend? The M6, like its predecessor, the M3 there. Could it be a Gavra Racing domination? Well, it's got pole by 5 tenths. Hijacker of Sweden from Vanel, Ethan, Andre, Razy, JJ, Dan, Phoenix. Then there's Joe, Bowie, and Nico there down the back then so far. Everyone's saying kind of want to join now. Well, I think some of the registrations may still be open for a little while. We're not too certain when they close, or if they have closed. I haven't kept up to date with it yet. I'll be sure to let you know when and if information comes around. Down the hill, Ethan comes. Number 85, the Mercedes. Lights ablaze, out of the last corner. Keeps it just on the island. Bit of a wayward on the exit. Got a car coming out the pit lane. Then, at someone that might have been Andre coming out the pit lane. Indeed, that is Andre coming out the pit lane there in this beautiful, beautiful blue Ferrari. And that's Jake Following suit as well there. Down, coming across the line. Does improve. 5th place. So he is improving there. He's not too far off the pace than we thought he would have been. He was been struggling massively. He was struggling to get even in the 50s. Now he's in the 48s. This is going to be perfect there. Looking at the chat. Closes 21st or 20th. It might be one of those two dates. It'll be good to see. Mason the 912 there. Liveried Porsche comes off the line. Does he set a lap this time? Let's see. Does Nico cross the line? Is he on a lap? The answer to that is no. He still isn't on a lap. Well, he's not having much luck. Is his teammate though? Is he on a lap? Comes across the line. Does his teammate get a lap done? He's only got 43 seconds. Comes across the line. No, it's not either. This is absolutely peculiar. Well, Bowie's in the session at least. Razy in 6th place there then. Everyone just like in the chat. Hashtag do a lap Nico and Bowie. Hashtag lap for Porsche. Well, they must be on a lap this time. So we go look at those two cars and see if they actually are on a lap. Well, there's Bowie and there's his teammate. You can just see glimpsing in the distance. Nico. All he has to do is at least try and get a lap done. Should be some severe issues, however, on that car. Hello to Jonah in the chat as well. Indeed, Wolf, of course, as a reserve. There's the session over then, so it is officially complete. So whoever's on the lap, they need to finish the lap. Hijacker looking good for pole. Then it's Dan there. You can see in 7th place, right down the back. He's keeping on going on. Hijacker, Van, JJ, then it's Ethan, Andre, then it's good old Razy, Dan, Phoenix, Joe, Bowie and Nico down the back. Let's see, what can Joe do? A 61-year-old from I'm pretty certain the middle of England, wherever it is. It's going to be cold wherever he is. Comes to the last corner. Can he chuck a surprise? Can he improve? Comes to the line. Does he go anywhere? The answer to that, no. It does not. What can Bowie do then? Can he get that car off the back of the grid? The Porsche has been absolutely struggling here, the team of them. I think Nico's gone off again because he can see he's dropped behind his teammates. So it doesn't look like Nico's going to be on the lap. Bowie spins and goes in the wall! Last corner, that's absolutely disastrous. Nico, does he get a lap at least in? The answer to that is no, he doesn't. So neither the Porsche's doing luck. And they're going to be down the back there. Absolute disaster for the Porsches then. All the time and effort Porsche put in for the return to motorsport hasn't gone too well there. And there's going to be contact there. That Ferrari just avoids that. Van Hoek picking up slipstreams in 2nd position. Well, that is qualification over. And we'll get confirmation of the official results when they come out in a few seconds there. As Bowie's going to be absolutely furious about that. Well, there we are. Hijacker on pole for Van Hoek. JJ in 3rd position. He pulled out of the bag. I didn't see that one. JJ Wilkins in the Mercedes, beating his much more apparently experienced teammate Ethan there. Andre in 5th. Razy 6th. Dan 7th. Phoenix 8th. Joe 9th. Bowie 10th. And Nico down the back there. Apparently Joe Black is now a Dutch as well. So interesting to see there, even though he is British. We can confirm he's British. And also Razy is indeed from New Zealand. At least he's got that. So here we are on the grid. All 11 cars so far. We presume that'll drop down to 10 in a few moments. I believe there's someone not in the grid slot here. Yes, Ethan's gone. Ethan out of qualification, out of the race. In. That's disastrous. That's absolutely... I think we've lost a few other drivers here. Let's see, we've only got 9 drivers here. We've really lost some others. Yes, look. That's that entire row gone. Now, who was those two? That's 1st, 2nd. So that's between Razy and Dan, we believe. So who's gone off there? And disconnect. We've got 2 disconnections there, so the entirety of that's the 3rd row, 3rd and the beginning of the 4th row gone. 2 Renaults then, and got a clean space there. A 5-lap race, and I think actually it wasn't mandatory to do this I believe. It wasn't mandatory to do the little race here. I think it's just for if you want to do it. Well, someone leave the race. I see 10 out of 11. Well, we'll find out in a few moments when this race gets underway. We've got about a minute to go, of course, until it starts. And that pre-race check there on board then with your Van Elk. Second position in the Ferrari. Beautiful cockpit there. Let's actually go through the cockpits. Let's go into first person's cockpit. I just want to curious what the cockpits look like. Hijacker Sweden. Let's see what his cockpit looks like. See, a lot different there from the Ferrari then. Behind JJ Watkins in the Mercedes. I don't know, it's a lot different. It's definitely more pulled out. Then we've got Razy indeed in that mental cockpit of the Renault there. And there the race is starting. So I think we should get to the beginning of the field and get to that spectate camera. Then live commentary done by myself, Evil Dragon. And those 5 lights come on. And it is go! And everyone gets off the start, I believe, correctly. Van leads already. Van gets a good start there and pulls away straight away. The Mercedes of JJ pulling to the right. We got contact further down. The Ferrari and the Renault contact. There's going to be spins. He's going to go in the wall. Round he goes. Does he collect anyone? No, he doesn't. The Ferrari almost collects one of the pauses. I think there's contact. There is. Goes past. There's a Renault and there's Dan off at turn 1. Disaster for them. And there's all sorts of problems here in turn number 3 then. And that looks to be JJ going on the hijacker of Sweden. Yes, he has got through. The 2 Porsches battling behind there as JJ swipes it around the outside, gets through there, and there's going to be contact. There is contact, bumping tyre to tyre. As everyone gets through in the background there, we believe everyone has got through that time. Bang! Contact there. JJ trying up the inside, won't do it there this time then. Carnage on that 1 of 5. And well, what can you say? Out of these little 5 that race, if you see Dan, and there's a that's Joe. He's gone round. Now, what's happened to him? He's spun down the hill. And that's Dan, I think. Was that Dan? No, that's Nico going slowly. Now, what's happened to Nico? Was that Bowie? Someone's going slowly. That's Bowie. Yes, Bowie down the back having problems. And you can see all carnage going on into the corners there. Hijack has got back past Len. Hijack has got back past JJ. Ferrari following quickly behind. Then looks to be Crazy, and there is the Porsche coming up the inside, swinging through. Brave stuff then from Nico. Does he get the move done? He's not going to be doing there. Andre leaves the session as well then, so that was the other person who's gone. Indeed, Nico going through past the Kiwi. That, I have to say, was a great move. Van Elk leads then, immediately there, presuming he must be on a lighter fuel load. Yes, he is definitely on a lighter fuel load then. Following suit, he's Hijacker and JJ. JJ perhaps looking for the inside of turn 1. I don't think he's close enough to try anything there. Though the Renault further back, actually, I think that's a Renault. That's Razier perhaps having a move. Thinks better of it. Oh, no, he's gone. Going, that is the Porsche. Spinning round. Keeps out of the wall. Nico, not too good there. Well, Porsche down the back. Bowie going off. I think that is with. That must be with. Who is that going with him? Must be Dan. Yeah, Dan, indeed. It's not appearing on the telemetry here, so it must be non-existent there. But trying to get through Bowie on the invisible Dan now, so he doesn't exist anymore, though he is there. You can see bunching up the rear end. I think a move up the inside or even the outside could be possible. Not there, though. Very brave to try there. Backs down a bit there. Just trying to get a run down up the hill. Porsche versus Renault. Let's see what the Dutchman can do compared to the Czech. Up the hill they go then. Lap 1 of 5, though it's lap 2 of 5, so the telemetry having all types of shambles there. And there's a Ferrari. And that is Hijacker Sweden. There's a Renault off the circuit as well. That must be Razy going off. So there's been all sorts of problems there. Something's going on there. I think that might have been contact bunching up. On the inside, Hijacker contact. Doesn't, surprising, almost flips the Ferrari over. Getting airborne there. Running wide, putting over one of those polystyrene barriers. Down the inside goes Hijacker of Sweden. And also the Porsche, massive air! Massive air for the Ferrari. That is a humongous crash. Humongous crash for Phoenix there. It's how he hasn't got more damage than that. You'll never know. That was humongous air there. Pinging off. Absolute huge That's at least a 3 or 4 feet up in the air. Surprised that didn't go over there. And well, he's got the Porsche all over the tail of him. That's the Porsche. That's Bowie now having a look. And well, that, I have to say, is incredible. Is Bowie going to have a move down the inside? Yes, he is. Trying. Is he going to get through? No, not yet on the Ferrari. Lap 3 of 5. And well, through the long right hand up. Trying. Is he going to get through here? He's going to pull alongside, up the inside. I think there'll be possibility here. Down the inside. Contact there again. Running wide goes the Ferrari. Does it spin? No, it doesn't. Keeps it just on the island there. Van Out leads. JJ second. Hijacker third. Phoenix fourth. Dan fifth. Razy sixth. Joe seventh. Nico eighth. And Bowie is in ninth position there, Low. We believe the telemetry is wrong there, Low. We know second place is indeed JJ, and Van is leading. Hijacker in third. Phoenix in fourth place there. So we're going to do the old-fashioned way. Then we've got the two Renaults back squabbling between each other. That's Dan and Razy. So Dan's back ahead of Razy. Let's see if that switches anytime soon here. And I think, indeed, fastening the lights. I think he's going defensive here. Perhaps letting him through. Yes, letting him through there, knowing that his teammate, at least he's going a bit quicker so far then. Well, absolutely carnage on lap 3. Coming on to lap 4 now. Fuel leader, Van out in the yellow Ferrari there. On to lap 4 then. He will go there. And looking down the field then. Dan, indeed, now behind his teammate. They've got the Scarlet Ferrari running off the road. Up the road there indeed. And these two, that you have to say, are giving each other room. Though I think they might battle again if they're not careful. Down the straight. The two Renaults firing down all cylinders, and their beautiful blue and orange livery there behind the Scarlet Phoenix Ferrari then in fourth position. Indeed, I think those two are getting very, very, very close in turn 1 there. Not certain how close they were, keeping just about distance not to crash. Low, they are running together. Down the back, we believe that is Bowie. Is that down the back? Quite off the pace. No, Bowie's there. Now, who's right down the back? Is that Joe? I think that might be Joe Black. I'm not certain. Yes, it is Joe. Confirmation. The telemetry on our end being a bit glitchy here. I think it's because of a few disconnections as well. So that's not always the best. Razy putting on the pressure, I think, of the Ferrari. And there is a confirmation it's absolute carnage going on there. Actually, doesn't show absolutely anything. But there you go. It shows who's where. It's a bit glitchy as well. Doesn't show anything. I think Razy pulling on the pressure here. Lap 4 or 5. And could be trying to make a move in the coming few moments. Down the straight. Bowie there. And that's his teammate just up the road. They aren't too battled there. Very, very close there. Locking up goes Razy there. Almost completely and utterly crackers the back of that Ferrari there. Just narrowly avoiding the Ferrari is a tank apparently. We can confirm that Ferrari is a tank on the cockpit camera here on Razy then. Tucking in to the chicane. Now the interesting point, that Renault's got a good run through the corners. Nico's in the pit lane. So what's happened to him? Is there damage or something on that car? But he's in the pit. Never mind that. We've got a battle going on there down the straight between Dan, Razy and the good old car of Phoenix. I think moving to the inside perhaps there. Perhaps having a think of it. I think just too slow in that car. Lap 5 of 5. This race has gone quite quickly, locking up there a little bit on the right front. Just gets through the corner. Down into turn number 3 then. For the last time running off the circuit as well. That won't do him too good there either. Well, this race has been fascinating so far. And it's only going to get better then with time. Ferrari battling all his whip. Though the Renault behind isn't going to give too much then. Too much leeway. He's going to challenge to the bitter end. He's very close this time there. However, only a sector to go for your leader. Just entering that last sector now. Whilst these two squabble each other over 4th position up the hill then. For the last time here in Spain. Well, he's going to have to make a move. It'll be downhill and he'll have to make a dive. However, coming through those last 2 corners now. is your race leader. And a down inside contact! Just goes through, pushes him wide, spins, and oh, it's all gone wrong. Van Elklo comes through the last corner, comes to the line. Van Aert wins in Spain, and well, he'll take a brilliant, brilliant shot at that one. JJ, second place, surprising there, beating Hijacker of Sweden. Down to third, and well, that's a surprise there. Fourth place is going to be, that's Nico. Yes, Nico Phoenix off as well. I think that might be Nico or Bowie in fourth position. Or, I'm not sure. That's Bowie in fourth. Fantastic there, beating. That is brilliant. Phoenix down to fifth. Dan, well, sixth place there. Dan's in fifth. Razor will be down in seventh. And it's going to be, I believe that's Nico. Yep, Nico will be eighth. And ninth place will be Joe Black then. Right down the back of the field. Well, he's only got a few corner to go. Well, one more corner. Won't finish it, of course. Van Elk's your winner today. And there is a garage. Oh, there is confirmation there. Van Elk, JJ, Hijacker. And it's actually quite glitched for me there. So we know your top three there. And that's going to be your top three. Well, I'm not certain if there's another race after this. Is there another race after this? You don't know. Well, we'll find out if there's a race after this. I'm not too certain. And we'll keep it open for a few moments. So if you do have any comments, put them in the chat and we'll answer them as quick as we can as I look at a message on the good old Facebook. Well, I'm going to say that is it for today there. Well, until tomorrow, we'll see you then. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Goodbye.